Operations against illegal drugs.
Okay, there's a motion to submit all those documents pertaining to those firearms.
Yung inventory.
Oh, yeah, inventory.
We'll
To
find
us.
out if there are 6,000 pa.
Well, there's a motion. After the motion, I'll be recognizing Colonel Balones. So, any second motion? Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. Colonel Balones, please.
Your Honor, sir, I thank you for recognizing me. I would just like to inform the body that from July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2022, the 9,698 firearms related to the drug cases were under the custody of Forensic Group. The 1,424 were either turned over to the court or prosecutor. And the 8,274 are under the custody of the PNP Forensic Group.
Okay, okay.
May I know why only a certain number were submitted to the court as pieces of evidence, and the others, a greater number, with the custody of the forensics unit of the PNP?
I have a statement here, if I may be allowed to read. The majority of the firearms seized in connection in the war on drugs were predominantly loose and homemade firearms, meaning they were unregistered or illicitly obtained, of which some are illicitly obtained. These firearms are being used by various criminal elements, including drug syndicates, and are often employed in violent confrontation with law enforcement. So they were found intact and properly kept in the respective forensic group evidence rooms. Now, as to the questions of why there were only 1,424, this matter will be referred back to the records of the case to give you, Your Honor, the appropriate answer.
When you say that they are with the forensics group, they're not considered as pieces of evidence, and they were not found in the crime scene. Is it not proper that all firearms recovered in the crime scene are considered pieces of evidence and therefore to be submitted with the courts?
Yes, Your Honor.
And why are they still in the possession of the forensics unit of the PNP?
Well, our record states that 1,424 were turned over.
The question, Colonel, is why.
We will...
Please answer the question why. It starts with the word because.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, may I be allowed to answer, sir?
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, Your Honor, with respect to the question of Congressman Acop, sir, there are cases, sir, that the court will have the final disposition whether particular evidence, including firearms, should be submitted before the court. There are court, sir, kasi sir, nagre-refuse to take custody, sir, ng mga barel, even some pieces of evidence because they don't have proper storage. So some of this evidence, I presume, sir, retain, ang forensic group, sir, ang nag-retain ng custody. But just the same, sir, because there's already a instruction for us to submit the inventory, sir, we will submit, sir.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking this question simply because it has been a question asked also by civilians. Kung 6,000 plus yung incident, there should be 6,000 firearms. Kasi ang rason po ninyo, nanlaban eh. Di po ba? That is precisely the question. Nanlaban. Kasi according to our reports, there were orders then for the PNP to procure firearms from Cebu, yung gawaan ng Paltic doon sa Danao, para magamit, para hindi isang firearm yung pinaglilipat-lipat. Okay? Now, on the issue of quota, sabi po ninyo, wala pong quota. Would that be correct? Yun po yung second issue ni Honorable Barbers eh.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, sir, I will be speaking.
Teka, Iha.
Yes,
ikaw
po,
ba
sir.
yung nag-take your oath? Briefing lang? Okay. Go ahead.
Bro, before you proceed, no, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Chairman Abante and Congresswoman Luis Ro. Go ahead, Chairman Nakop.
Yes, please answer my question, Madam.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, sir, I will be speaking in my capacity as during the time of the Duterte administration, the drug war, sir, I was the chief of police. I could say, in all honesty, sir, there was no quota given to us. Let's say, in a week, dapat meron kang arrest na 5 o may killed ka na. There was no written whatsoever, even verbal instruction to us to come up with a number of arrests in a week's time. However, probably, sir, some of the station who were really at the height of their career, sir, would like to impress their superiors and deliver some accomplishment. Probably, sir, the pressure is really there during that time to deliver accomplishment. But in all honesty, sir, yung quota, sir, there was no specific policy given to us, either written or verbal, sir. At least sa personal kong experience, sir, as during my time as COP and even my time during provincial director, sir.
Thank you. So you only speak for yourself when you were a chief of police. Now, may I know, doon sa implementation ng Oplan double barrel, the first aspect is Oplan Tokhang. Hindi ba kasama doon sa pagre-report ninyo, sa accomplishment report, yung mga nagiging chief of police or station commanders before, ay kailangan may matokhang kayo na number of houses?
That is correct, sir. When we speak, sir, of the number of tokhang conducted, sir, the chief of police were required to submit reports. How many houses, how many drug users were visited and undergone tokhang, sir. That I could confirm, sir.
And totoo ba yung na sa isang buwan ay dapat meron kayong 50 households na matokhang?
Sir, during my time, wala, sir, ganun, sir, na dapat. Depende po kasi yun, sir, eh. Kasi, sir, yung magiging subject po, sir, ng house visitation will depend on the number of drug personalities reported by the BADAC. So, hindi po talaga yung efforts na i-exert, sir, ng particular station probably might differ doon sa ibang mas maraming drug personalities. So, wala po talagang specific numbers given to us po, sir. Okay.
Granting without accepting your proposition or your statement, is it not also correct na yun po ay basehan ng pagpropromote po ninyo ng inyong mga tauhan?
Like I said, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, earlier, sir, na nandun yung pressure definitely, sir, for the station commanders to deliver accomplishment. So probably, sir, that really triggers the intention to really deliver accomplishment in terms of arrest and probably of some...
So indirectly, nagkakaroon po sa kaisipan ng inyong mga membro, nagkakaroon po ng kaisipan na dapat ma-reach ko yung quota. Kasi nagpapasikatan na sila, nagpaparamihan. Would that be correct?
Possibly, sir. Possibly, sir.
Possibly. Okay. So, Honorable Barbers, that I think answers your two issues raised.
Okay, thank you so much. Kasi hanggang 12:30 lang po talaga tayo.
Mr. Chair.
Meron kasing ewan ko ba bakit tayo hanggang 12:30 lang daw eh. But Congressman Sergio Dugoc muna.
I would just like, Mr. Chair, to move that on the next hearing, we will invite Representative Pampao, no, from Public Attorney's Office, because basically this committee hearing, no, the objective or the purpose is to give legal assistance, no, doon sa mga kaso ng mga pulis. So we will invite a representative from PAO so that we can ask if at present, no, the PAO can create a special unit for the purpose.
Okay, thank you so much, Congressman Dacook. We'll be inviting the PAO head, no?
DBM po, Mr. Chair.
And also what?
DBM, Mr. Chair. Can we
DBM?
invite DBM here? Para malaman natin kung may...
Oh yeah, okay. We'll be inviting also the DBM. I wanted to show you something before. Kung wala na pong iba, I'll be showing lang muna yung isang presentation. Kasi ito, survey to that was conducted by the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board. Ito yung mga... I wanted to show you, ito yung kinonduct na survey. Noong 2004, yung pong Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division ng Dangerous Drugs, nag-conduct sila noong 2004 ng survey. Ito data to ha, 6.7 million drug users. At noong 2008, the same survey that they conducted, bumaba yung ating drug users, naging 1.7 million drug users na lang. And then suddenly, noong 2015, after so many years, 1.8 drug users. Yan po yung sinabi ni Benjamin Reyes. Siya po ang dating chairman ng DDB na 1.8 million noong 2015, according sa survey na yan. Then nag-jump siya ng 4 million because this person, si... pangalan to? Benjamin Reyes was issued an order from the former president to be relieved from his position. Dahil mali nga daw yung 1.8 dahil dapat daw 4 million yung drug users. I just wanted to show sa inyo na 2004 to 2008, according sa survey, that's the reason why we will be inviting the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board. Para malaman natin, what is the reason why bumaba yung drug users from 2004 to 2008, from 6.7 to 1.7. Even without the war on drugs that was implemented noong 2016, bumaba naman pala tayo eh.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, kaya nga, we wanted to find out what was the reason for this substantial reduction of drug users from 2004 to 2008. Hindi po ako nagsasabi nito ha. Survey po to that was conducted by the Dangerous Drugs Board. So we want to find out ano yung policy that were conducted during that time that lead to substantial reduction of drug users. And why from 2015, it was increased to 4 million drug users. So, yan yung po ating pag-uusapan sa susunod na hearing. Huwag na po natin pag-usapan ngayon because wala na po tayong oras. Pinaalis na po tayo dito. At meron daw. But because wala na po tayong time, we will be accommodating lang Congressman Richard Gomez and kung sino pa po iba, then we will be suspending this hearing. Congressman Richard Gomez, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, ngayon ko lang nakita itong data na ito. But initially, ang aking impression dito, Mr. Chair, there is a big possibility that during the time of 2008 and between 2008 and 2015, baka hindi intensified ang pag-raid sa case ng mga drugs. Because in 2016, when the President Duterte sat, there was a strict order na magkaroon ng fight against drugs. So yung na-intensify yung laban sa drugs, kaya maraming nare-report ng mga cases, kaya tumaas ito.
And that's the reason.
But if I remember right, Mr. Chair, I don't know if that was during the inaugural SONA ni President Duterte or one of his press conference, sinabi niya na the reason na gusto niyang gawin tong fight against drugs is because the Philippines is already becoming a narco state. Or parang sinabi niya, we are already in a state of narcotics. Parang it's something to that effect. That is why na-intensify yung fight against drugs. And that is isusuportan ko yung sinabi ni General Fajardo na during the time na COP siya, hindi ko alam kung LCE tayo nun na chairman, talagang yung mga police, inutusan talaga na mag-intensify sa laban sa drugs. And siguro that is the reason kung bakit mataas yung reporting ng year 2016 na umabot siya ng 4 million.
Yes. Oh, yun ang ating pong pag-uusapan sa next hearing, no? Yung sudden jump from 1.8 to 4 million. And at the same time, ano yung policy that was implemented from 2004 to 2008 until 2015? Kasi mababa po siya 6.7 tapos naging 1.7 tapos naging 1.8 lang yung mga drug users. And then suddenly nag-jump. So yun po tayo sa next hearing.
Mr.
So,
Chair, quick.
okay, Congressman Luistro.
May I just suggest that we invite the focal person of whoever conducted this survey?
Yes, I have
So we will hear what parameters they considered in conducting and coming out with those figures.
Andito po siya sa PSRSD, conducts nationwide household survey. We will be inviting this group. No, under din siya ng dangerous drugs yung survey na yon ha? I-ano natin, i-confirm natin tong validate natin tong nakita nating report sa kanila.
So, Mr. Chair.
Ako I was really also I was shocked, no? Sabi ko, ba from 2004, 6.7 million drug users, biglang bumaba siya, naging 1.7.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Abante.
Drug users lang ba yan o drug pusher? Drug users,
Ito
di ba?
maliwanag, Chairman Abante. The board has already conducted 2 nationwide surveys under the Public Act 9165 in 2004, which resulted with an estimated 6.7 million drug users, and in 2008, an estimated 1.7 million drug users, respectively, at the time those surveys were conducted. So, we need to invite them para malaman natin.
So, hindi pa kasama, Mr. Chair, yung drug pushers dyan.
Drug users, nakalagay.
Drug users lang.
Yes. So, para ma-expound natin yung survey na ginawa nila, we'll be inviting them over and bring all those surveys they use para makita natin ano rin ang ginamit nilang parameters, why a sudden drop. Yung mga millions from 2004 to 2008 We need to find out.
Mr. Chair, di ba yung
Yes, Congressman Plato.
Di ba pusher user din?
Hindi natin Anyway, kung wala na po tayo, Chairman Paraps.
Before we suspend, Mr. Chairman, we may also invite the representative from PDEA and the Dangerous Drugs Board, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
So move, Mr. Chairman.
So there's a motion to invite those personalities. Any second the motion? Duly seconded. Any objection?
I second the motion.
Hearing
But,
none?
can we invite the former PDEA Director General? Kasi mas marami nasasagot yung kesa kay DG Lasso Kasi yung pag-usapan natin yung during his time. Sino ba? Si Wilkins?
During this time?
Sino ba yan?
During that time, sino ba?
Si Wilkins. Okay, can we invite
Yes,
both?
we'll be inviting him over as well. Si Aquino and Wilkins. Yes. Okay, there's a motion to invite those personalities as well. No objection? All right. So, any
Motion
any
to
more?
suspend, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to suspend. Duly seconded. This hearing is now suspended. Thank you. Monday po tayo. Monday,